Okay, so reached just which your highest point, your lowest point. Rather wants to go in general shot. Now you to catch my shot, go in just hand sketch but gas the down curve. So Mahashan test it could be a sine graph or a cosine graph. So just hand sketch machine, we start the central line. Now must sine graph it on Tasha and must cosine graph it on Tasha the top half. Now market decision, low tide occurs 12 hours later. So at a certain time of year, high tide occurs at midnight. So we lock within your high tide, so the punch is in shun. Like it's your midnight, so shin 12 a.m. Okay, shin 12 a.m. at midnight. I guess it is 12 hours later. Low tide occurs 12 hours later. So reached low tide in Shaw, so shin 12 p.m. Okay, so to low tide. Okay, back at east, could you high tide reached? Then we back in shin at 12 a.m. reached, which is a 24-hour period. Okay, what's an okay again? Now your highest tide, highest point is 39 meters. Your lowest point shin he's in Shaw. To the gully well, shin 39 at your top, I guess 21 at your bottom. 21 meters, so yeah, valley, so shin gully 30 meters, so y equals 30. What's an okay again? Okay, so this take that just sketch behind. There's no harm. Okay, now write down the period of this tide. Now reach in formula for your period you need 2 pi over c. So period equals 2 pi isgion c. Now do you c into question shaw or Jim period 24 period is 24 hours, so to make square to c. Okay, so raise write down the period of the tide, so raise the period is 24 hours. Okay, so physics how we are. Okay, so your period is 24 hours. Because the raise to the goal from high tide, she's kg low tide, back kg high tide, so that's a full period. So raise to the goal do you go hug, so it's kg do you go hug raise. So every 12 hours change your high to low, low to high. So raise is a 24-hour period. So raise test good that your period is equal to 24 hours. Now, explain why the tide can be modeled using the equation. Right, so raise explain. Now, the raise kite to screw ft equals a plus b cos of pi over or ct, ct hard division, right? So it's in the formula. So the get is in the venue. So A is your central line. So A is your central line, which the cosmos traha. So to just mean why it can be modelled by this formula. The Oxford formula do. So A is your central line, which is equal to 30. Okay. 9 is then you be adding to the 9 amplitude. So reached B in Kesha is equal to amplitude which the cosmos nui. Okay. I guess because Toshinsha at the high point, therefore it has to be a cosine graph. Okay, so Toshinsha you punches out, so that means it's a positive 9 cosine graph. Because there's a Toshinsha the high tide at 12 o'clock, so reached Toshinsha the Jirimage highest point. So reached just Toshinsha and punches out. So therefore, Kaisa in the cosine graph. Okay, Kaisa in the cos graph. I guess I get the journal shin is your period. Alright, so reach task good in a school at 3 or a period cosmla. So 24 hours cosmla da pi isgion c. Which is okay again. So reach for high c cosmla da pi isgion physica, which the cosmla pi is going to die, and hence the pi is going to die t ogun shaw. So the c cosma pi is going to die, and therefore in the formula. What's an okay again? So raise to the just check bring the jig into t what's a model by this formula. Okay, what's an okay again? All right, yeah, right. Head part of it. there's draw the graph of the function over a 24-hour period. So reach kaita tashart egg 30. So reach turn the center line egg 30. That the gosses could you troha nui be highest point troha nui. So reach troshi troshatra or troha nui. So soon the highest point. So I'm just going to Line brush the trash and shot. Okay. Lowest point 21. So reach the line brush the trash and shot. So soon test good and let's go the graph toss it the shot. Now reach egg do you go hug. Egg do you go hug many here to say the highest point. Egg do you go hug in the to say the lowest point. So yeah bally to say call it I get 32. Reached, artle hug, to go way back, so it's reached. I get punchation. Men where to the highest point to reached. She hug, to go way back, he's and shot. I guess lowest point, though, you go hug, to go way back, he's and shot. And then to that, the curve or sketch. Now, can you come your curve it on? So to the curve, so go moist the double to. I guess just try and sketch of the curve. Was it okay? Yeah. Okay. Now, at a different time of year, low tide occurs at midnight. What effect will this have on the function? Amber. What effect will it have? Now, at a different time of year, low tide occurs at midnight. Now, if you want a high tide occurs at midnight. Now it's going to be low tide occurs at midnight. So due to a function. Jim faculty with your question should me have. That could you lamber. What turns to minus? Right, so Jim faculty with your question. Then you add this to Jim faculty, I. Inverted. Tasha going to be inverted. So then graph going to be bonus gun. It will have an inverted effect. Okay? So then graph will be bonus gun. So you can do. So reached, then graph will be complete opposite. Reached, what effect will it have on the function? So it will have an inverse function. So just into it will be inverted. Inverted function. So i.e. Chain formula to go on the next. So it's going to be 30 minus 9 cos of pi over 12t. Like it shouldn't differ. Your amplitude changes to a negative with a inverted. Go on and you okay listen. Okay? Right. Right. Just over the constructions league. Task league the constructions. Yeah. So fake construction on. Right. So the height first we'll go there. So Jen note for sure. But Hagen is good. M circle, which is the circumcent circle. So M circle, N circle, which is the circle to speed and center. Okay. Okay, so N circle. So N circle. The centroid. An octocenter, so angular, so octocenter, so it's an angular. Or centroid in a main layer. Go with this guy, main layer when you centroid. Main layer, angular, octocenter. Can you be a No, angular. So I'm afraid a whole lot just to go to the triangle, Sean Shaw. Wasn't alright, even though there's a just rudder Jensen Shaw. A vertical region mass is to be constructed 3 villages A, B, and C. The mass must be equivalent. Usually get focal equivalent. Equivalent means an fod kerne. So Jen note that focal. Equivalent means an fod kerne. Okay? From each of the villages to ensure that the best signal to each village. So that means in the cartoon circumcent. Kite the circle hand heart the rod. That means your center point will be equivalent from each village. So to make cartoon M layer. So cyn da dhéanamid an M-le. Okay, so rééis just raibh mar fríd na constructions le sa dóigh go coine sé cemnear. So fiad ceann fanne M-le, J ren T with B, ní smóna le bailí le the compass, tar an stua, agus ar tíhile leis a fáid cearnú B, tar an stua, agus stua. So rééis just agus na sin seans go tar an líne, fríd a bhairt. Okay, agus sin perpendicular bisector. Sin cantar sin. J renture cart ingira. Okay? Now, réist in the right cearna fanne tíhile. So réist hí glad fád from the side stua, agus a réist tar an líne gira trasna. Okay, agus na tí go bhhartla heile sin rud a chorimid an M layer. Okay, so sin an M layer. An an chéile sin. Now, na sin ógad. Hí glad compass úsáid ón layer punch sin le check out gold cart agus bachar go ráit a fríd A, B agus C agus sin de cearc. So sin í chéice. M cearc. Okay, so sin rud a chorimid an M cearc le. Okay, chéicin ale cearcail tú stítan triantan cyn da dhéanamid sin. So réist just le cemne J rinnean ellen on the yeah chodge. So réist stua H B you to yeah funche so tar stua réist agus tar stua réist ar a tíseo. Is netí go bhhartla heile tá muid abalta an ellen a J wrench on the yeah chodge. Okay, now in the right cearna le ellen elle, so just sin muid ceanna was an seo. So just the left fad tar stua leis a fáid cearna tar stua an sin tar stua an sin. Netí go bhhartla heile tar an líne gira fríd agus netí go bhhartla heile sin rud a chorimid an N layer. Okay, sin an N layer. Okay, now it's an N layer an sin, so réist we'll harmid in líne 90 degrees on N layer. Tá muid abaltain cearcail harint ó sin go dtí sin agus bachar go ráite tú stíad an cearcail triantan agus sin de N circle. Sin okay gan. Okay, right, so sin rud a chorimid an N cearcail le. Sin an N cearcail. Okay, now chéicin allan sin centroid. Now, the centroid to Majada actually in the construction token. So centroid lock a center point at the T1, lock a center point at T1, agus Kangelson packaging apex. Okay, so to go the Kangelson rash, Eugene apex and shin, so that's already jante, agus reach to go Kangelson packaging apex. Now, take a vertical hele, so shin a punch shin and shin. So punch shin. Sin rud a chorimid an main layer. Sin okay gan so sin the main layer, the centroid. Okay, so the got a hasi yar has some more chanting sin they her tip the fan the triangle should balance perfect. Okay, as the can journal sin can the her miha gesture and octocenter. So angular. So an angular kite to holic 90 degrees. So réist either úsáid the ellen tosh to ruddy into right to ag miha came to the point. So to go 90 degrees. So réist just roughly malakan tesse must just go anu mata set square good. Réist tarin line ag 90 degrees. Tiwala tarin line ag 90 degrees. So to sin jans going so neti gevartla hella sin rud a chorimid an angular. Okay, so sin an angular. Okay, ag 90 degrees. So sin okay gan. Okay, so sin ruddy high says, G I can do from the California. Eh? Tag you want much because nearly Chianti coin major league Merigerna. Near to Chianti co-classa. If we have an equilateral triangle, that means we should leak a point to one. GLA Higgin ref to then California. To should leak a J. To should leak so Jin Tiny Hermit or Sham. Can you be? What I have function at a linear kernel to should co-lina. Co-linear. Co-lina. Alright, so you can actually hook the knees faster. Okay, so this is co-lina. Right, from Joe Kayla, can you go? Yeah. Right. One Tuesday. I'll bring your own table book. The loon shop? Yeah. You must know the screw the Tasha could eat the March. Oh. Jeez, my God, she shouldn't do because the man I am a photocopy of the loon be like that. Right, blocking in and you so. Right, so then screw do I go to loon you want? All right, okay. Tell Lottie log tables egg is called, but at least to relate the hot chain just in case no already yaku. I think already is called like the master department, but at least to relate the set in. Okay, right. Question shot. Shot answer ever going you? Can you give no? Right. So at least shot trigonometry. Okay, so radio mast stands on a flat horizontal ground and is supported by 3 steel cables 50 meters in length. Okay, now the cables are attached to 3 points D, E and F. Okay, on horizontal ground all 3 cables are attached to the mast 40 meters above ground level. So raise test go le fad o shin, guji shin 40 meters. Okay, each cable is 50 meters in length. So read 50 meters, I guess 50 meters. Okay, so each cable is 50 meters in length. The point B is the center of the base of the mast. Find the angle the cables make what the ground. Give your answer correct to the nearest degree. So read malak within lina jira o shenguji B to right angle try. Can you count it in mast horizontal? Another talu horizontal ground, so therefore it's 90 degrees. Now, reach Mercantesse Eritreantan for Nikidkan. Right angle triangle going 90 degrees. Testing go shot Karaha, Agus testing go shot Quiga. To make curtain Ellen tin cable yanu lish mast. Okay, so we got to make just in my rubbing smooth that. Okay, so reach to make curtain Ellen shot and shot. So reach Mohammed A motion. Reach in the hypotenuse. In the opposite, so O hell, so therefore sine. So the sine A, cosmna caraha is going quicker. So reach the A cosmna sine to the -1, that car is going quick. So the A cosmna, with any vision array, quick at 3 degrees. Correct to the nearest degrees. Okay, it gives you to 53 degrees. Why here? G glad, yeah. Okay, now, Darnican. Find the common distance from the base of the mast B to the points D, E and F. Okay, so find the common distance from the base of the mast B to the points D, E and F. So what the question is Pythagoras theorem. Right, so reached when you can't now Hocklet saying cosicus tan who said Gary when you Tiwala Bruma or cosicus tan who said but reached in his first Pythagoras theorem. So reached test equal 50 squared, cosma 40 squared plus it's just Kermit exertion, so x squared. So reached due to x squared, cosma 50 squared minus 40 squared. So the x squared cosma question is the calculator gives you 2. So to x cosma troha meter. Okay, so x equals 30 meters. Which is in a rare like. Well, no surprises there, so right. Pied Parcella. There's given that df d is 35 and d is 30. Okay, so reach behind the nisha it's done basically. So to d so behind lino d to shen 35 meters. Okay, now to Charlie go 30 meters, so the single 30 meters, then father single 30 meters. I guess the father EGF. Yeah. Right. EF, right. So race test going go fad ocean all the way tras negation. Tasha la 30 meters. Okay, I guess the quartin fad o EGF. Okay, right. So race malak with the chantan a couple of angle all around here, do we know all? So this is all league 30, I guess this is league 30. So my test is chat chantan. Can show and shot, so this is 35. To me quartin fortune shin, so curmage exertion. To me to shot 30. I guess nil angle to be ogun you all, but this is all league and the chantan co hasa. League your fad kerne, I guess this is league 30, 30, I guess 30. So shin and all this a toggle. Okay, so it is just hanch go gira sheeser shin and all this a toggle and shin. So we add in all this in this usage. La fad x obruma. So la fad x kaimage angle obruma. Okay. Now rest ma obrimage ma I suppose can the beat in the shot so obrimage ma nalan shot shot headway. Okay, so kindai jiggling jirimage angle A kindai jiggling shin usage in formula. Can you be? No, Tina jiggling shin usage. Quite used to me saying a formula. The same formula. And there's a pair of your pair of B going, so it has to be the cosine. Alright, so it has to be the cosine. So raised to A squared, cosine B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. I guess that's just leads in the stack. Now raised occurred chant and Sean shot. So shot the A bag, shin the B, I guess shin the C. Okay, so raised to label as shot A, B, I guess C. I guess angle A. Party next door. Okay. Now, raised to me called 30 squared. Cosmna 30 squared plus 35 squared minus da for 30 for traha quick cos A. So you to new head, Cosmna new head plus 35 squared. I think then you be rare, no? Eh? 1225. My minus 60 by 35. So you need 60 by 35. 2100. My cos A. Okay, so raised to my fucking chin la right no head and all no head and chin because the raised is just going to call them off. So rís test go nas go cos A Codrimla 1225 is gone 2100. So the A Codrimla costed the -1 that 1225 is gone 2100 agus vi sin doing. Now sin ní head part to get the more legend go in your rubbish ní seo. It isn't just the head part. $54.31, right? $54.31, right? So test going to go sin 54.31 to Sean Hoggle with 54.31 because the reach can you count it to sin near fad kernel. Okay, so reach New Orleans and us and angle obrima. So Chanton Bug Sean Shaw, we imagine angle sin to near Ellen Shin Ogun to Majadan Shin to go your all the Ogun Shin levad the extra obrima. Does that make sense? So reach the Shin 54.31 sin an angle steen Shin. So next time we an angle steen Shaw obrima. Okay, now reach you look at the accurate Chanton Shin against the Hargamers go Jane angle at on. Ashleen, Jane angle at on. Jane fought in 3-2. 30 I guess. Then T-shot 30, then T-shot 30, then T-shot 30. So therefore it's an equilateral triangle. Jane angle and equilateral triangles, all 60 degrees. So raise test could go shot 60 to shot 60 against the shot 60. They're all 60. Equilateral angles have all the same angle. So Nish, Malak within Chianti Nish to Fakugun. Right, so we're just going to re-hand shot raise to shot 35, to shot 30, to shot X, so we're to make it against Tesco Nish go an angle steen shot is 60 plus 54.31 Jishin. Good man, Glacian, 114.31 degrees. Okay, so next to go all this again Nash. Then cosine rule said you raise la X obrima. So raise shot the A. Shin the A more, shin the B, agus shin the C, and then we reuse the cosine rule of raise. So raise to x squared, cosine B squared, so shin 30 squared plus 35 squared minus da fatraha quick cos kate agus a carjig 0.3 degrees. And then solve for x squared. So the x squared cosine sunli head plus mile ya head fisa quick minus ya vile kate cos 114.31. So raise to x squared cosine could then just share calculator do let the hall. Jackers in the lay one. Boxy into throng. How are you doing, Miha?
2,989.51 is that?
Vision 2 got 900 plus 1225 minus 2100 costs 111.31. Aye, 114.31. Yeah, so J enter 2989.51, right, for square root that's in. So square root answer. A and S easy give one, yeah. 54.68, so 0.7 meters. Correct to one decimal place. Was it okay again on you? Yeah. Okay. And then part journal chain. Then you have to knock out and then you have to measure. Eh?
I think they're too straight.
Was it the knocker?
I'm not speaking.
Right, we've had the area. Come on, get the journal should be half AB sine C. Half AB sine C.
Well, mate, that's what I didn't. Go on.
Alright.
Go on. Alright, go on. No, you're the closest. You're the best man. You know it, that's okay. It's a TV. There's a TV. Oh, not very good.
Where's the
Right. So reach merchant has the chant in reach, so just rearrange. Has go sin tra quick. Has go shot troha. Troha quick agus troha. Agus reach has go golden ellen Kate Carjake 0.3 degrees. So reach in the A, shin the B, agus shin the C. So to aha cardinal le A B sin C. So you know that's just shin the line shan. So le A shin troha B troha quick sin Kate Carjake 0.3 degrees. I then variation the jinaha. Is it okay Gana ye? Half A B side C. Now Tasha Gola Keshni Kosla shot or the Keshaman Golavi or trigonometry or the screw do 50 marks. Okay, agus basically said Pythagoras theorem, cosine rule, agus the sine rule for the honey. Okay, 3D. Gregory, can you be? Lacking? 478.
44096.
Chief White, you guess high for you, Shan. The gas region, Brahanda. 0.449, right, so 0.449, that'll it. Meters squared, into tower, meters squared. Okay. Right. Was you okay, Lashan? Right. Couple of the can I get a reversion in the love to die, which you are able to yen right. Yes, okay, fine to show. We should add to show you need to. Oh, tradition I got to us. Oh, but maybe not. Right. Right, so that would be a typical coming version. Right, so market district definition in us, right? So place each number in its correct set in the Venn diagram below. Now if we could map, n is 100 to Stephen circle chart. Set integers, n natural numbers ever accurate. Q, can you beat into Q? Irrational or rational? Rational, yes. A covers the Q, and then R less Q is irrational. Okay, and then real is 100 the hard. Now obviously the extension a little less short when we learned when we got a higher the complex numbers than imaginary numbers, but we'll get to that eventually. Okay? Now for these R is natural. So writing this extension because it's also said it's also a rational number. It's rational, it's an integer, it's natural. So these write a that covers the whole lot, right? So write R to extension. Quickest going to 3. Q. Writing this extension Q and short. Okay? Because again it's a fraction. Square root of irrational. So these write a Shahan Shaw, Pi, a reached Shasane Kernan Shaw, because you get this screw mark, you get this screw mark cutter. I guess the count journal minus quick Shahan is set. Okay, because it's an integer. We're on the okay, let's get the journal shot. Shade then two areas in the Venn diagram where no numbers could exist. Right, Miha, do region away. In short. Can you? Yeah, full marks. That's one region. The Amber Gurkha said, what the hell? Right? Now Amber, there's no Harrington and I know you have the clue how he picked that region. So come on, Ladini did it. N is natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No in between. Right? So, the recognitions are irrational. They're all numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. So therefore 1 can be written as a fraction, as in 1 over 1. 2 can be written as a fraction, 2 over 1. 10 can be written as a fraction, 10 over 1. So A and everything n can all be written as fractions. This cannot be written as a fraction, so therefore there should be no numbers being there. All natural numbers can be written as fractions. This is not a fraction, so therefore it has to be empty. That is the genus. Kilkinella is said to go here. This region can also should have no numbers because at least all integers can be written as fractions. So therefore this is no fraction, so you hold them over the beach up. Agus Q are fractions. This is not fraction, so you have a conflict. So therefore you have so any of those three regions we give you full marks. Or so okay, Yannick. Okay? Right. And then prove by contradiction. Nyamaga region. That should be learnt off by heart before they add this species of paper right away. Okay? That something is irrational. Kish very straightforward. Soon Costan can the hog medieval journal. Right, ocean can just. Right. The graphs of three polynomials. Right? So we just pick the random right? So the graphs of three polynomials are shown below. Match each polynomial with its correct graph. One polynomial has no matching graph. Right, so what's a car doing? It's up to you to pick which is which. Now, N, give me one match. Wasn't that a Tasha? Right, so I'll explain, right? Now, market this return. The 1, 2 to 3 cursor. So that means it's going to be x to the power of 4 and a 5. You get right? Now, Count shop is a quadratic. Shop quadratic. That means it's x squared because loop of y. If it's a straight line, it's just x slash. Hey, this is one loop, that's x squared. So yeah, loop, that's an x cubed. So pi should be cubed, pi should be squared, that's great. Okay? Now, marking my then yourself. Hold the roots. Right? Where are your roots? So actually here we have twin roots, so these kind of count it. So I'm just going to show our page Steve still go show at the account, right? Or come out clairvoyant, so please take out the water so we're just going to have to listen, right? Now, market this or the graph, right? Market this or the head graph. I'm just going to sketch that, so at least there's a compound chin, there's a loophole, ribbon, x-axis, back-axis and chin. Oh, this 3 to 0 point, come with this guy. This 3 to 0 point, I just look for the these back sheets. Right. So, mark this as shin. Roots. Twin roots and shin. Twin roots. Root and shaw, I just root and shaw. Okay? So, the waves is screw shaw sheets. Now, the roots will get on. Now, mark this as get the equations in the shin. So, root 8 minus 2, I just rooting 2. Rooting da, I just lose it da. So, at least, this would be the Marvin position of margin and equation to go. When you hit your x. Immediately ma, it's an x squared equation. Well, it will be minus x squared with an n upside down. U shape is positive, n shape is negative. So these market this or the kid graph just from a free solid kid the n shape graph we have two roots. Root and shaw, I guess the root and shaw. We have two roots. I get constant minus dot constant shaw is 2. So the variance is in the mark n shape graph because it's upside down, 2 pointing down. When you count your sign, that's negative. So it's minus x squared. Okay, that'll be minus the immediate in the mark due to minus 2x plus 2x, so the sunny column mark. So it is minus x squared minus k. Okay, and that's your equation. My variance in the mark. So the yeah root of it. So this that's your h of x. Okay. Taking a left, the cubic function has to be 3 x's. So this we went as x for x for x, now for x cubed. We went to x for x squared for x, that's x to the power of 4. X the counter x for x squared for x is x to the power of 4. So this one, highly short in the cardinal short because this is only cubic function. So you can see like that's the only term to the cube x cubed. Kaishan Machalashan as a cubic function. Now at least work at this with the cubic function, Roshan. So you have 3 roots. 1, 2, and 3 roots. How could the function? Because you've got 3 to 0 minus x. You'll get the answer to your 3. Right, so 3 to 0.0. Okay, so this x equals 0. Because you're going to x equals 1. And this x equals 1 a chop, so it's going to well be key in a chop. I guess when you cancel x plus 3, that means minus 3. X equals minus 3. So shin the points of contact. Minus 3, 0, I guess 1. When you look at the equation, at least it's inverted. 1 up, 1 down. That means it's a odd degree. X cubed is odd degree, and then up and down means that it's inverted. Yeah, look. Ruddy high should come here. Linear is just a straight line. Okay, now that's positive. Linear negative, balance negative. So that would be plus x, this would be minus x. Okay, Canela, quadratic. Quadratic U shape, quadratic N shape. Okay, so U shape positive. So it's x plus x squared. Counter negative, so minus x squared. It's an okay again, so it's negative. Minus VE is my shorthand for positive, it is negative. So it's an okay again. Okay? Just from with your Hollison, with your engineering, electronics, it was always plus VE minus VE, so it's just funny balance. Right? Now, cubic function is cubic function going in Marshall. Going in N shape when you positive. So that's positive, at least it's cubic, positive plus x cubed. I guess at least upside down, N upside down is negative. At least minus x cubed. Mind the counter shot. I have the lineation. Now, the counter shot is 2 arms down. 2 arms down is negative. So that means Kai shall be negative. 2 arms up, going positive. Right? 2 arms up, going positive, switch your shan. Arms up, positive. Arms down, negative. So because then yeah, arm and shaw. Right? Then yeah, arm and shaw point of she, so that means it has to be negative. So that's a negative x to the power of 4. Now, okay, so the yeah formula journal. My vacancy to shaw like I'll get minus x to the power of 4. My vacancy to shaw like I'll get positive x to the power of 4. So obviously shen g of x. Does that make sense? Okay, so shen g of x. And therefore test with the graphs. So shen okay again. Okay? Like, how last the screw in the should get Lila? How comes the test from shaw working, right? How comes the rest equal f of x quadrumla right, then it's just x minus 3 cubed x minus 2 squared x minus 1 by x plus 3 to the power of 2. Right? Right. There's a function. Sketch that function. We didn't add this in sketch. We didn't add this in SketchUp. We have add this in SketchUp. Was we in fact a tasha? Right, so we now with the now, market this or shen. Kids wrote the kindness of Obrima, what's the degree? Right, so then came. So it is the 3 Keher Quake She Shark R. So it's a degree of 8. Right? So that means it's even. So a degree of 8 even, that means the arms, both arms are up, or both arms are down. If it's odd, one up, one down. So you get that, right? So that's the Shini Kedro Dobrin Tama. What's the degree? It's x to the power of 8. The way that has a Shini Ligima, you'd have x to the power of 8. So therefore, 8 is even, so therefore it's either 2 arms up or 2 arms down. Now, my baby to Charlie was a positive or negative? Positive or negative? Huh? Hi. Right, so the x is positive and chop, x is positive and chop, x is positive and chop, x is positive and chop. All positive. Now, going to say minus and shed, now it's negative. So you can say, so the current meditation off, it'll all be positive, right? So there's positive, so it's positive. So positive means 2 arms up, right? So this is the time sketch for Shunashan. You have 2 arms up. So the arm up, and the arm up. Chetro dali into upper mother ribs. X coordinate 3, x coordinate da, x coordinate hin, x coordinate luigi 3. There's your ribs. So mark this in the start of the graph. So to minus 3 good, hin dog is 3 good. So hin da is 3. There's your ribs. That's always the kind graph in the 3 roots, tether roots in the weather. Has to touch all ribs. Now, cubic means squared. Squared means it's a twin root. That means this, I guess it'll turn at minus 3. It's a twin root. Squared is always twin. Okay? X equals 1 is 1 right up 3. It goes straight through. 1 root. So this you curve, try and straight through here. So we go straight through. Right? Da is a twin root. So again, time 20 in it. That means it turns. Okay? And then 3 inches is cubic. So cubic means right a free, but it turns direction. So right a free takes slope percent, and then it slopes up. And at least we have 2 arms up. We shouldn't take this. So coming on other side. So good revision. Okay? So at least shouldn't occur. Now, right, we shall add the graph in and then count it. Graph the function. X minus 2 squared, midi for x plus 1. So short case quick Josh actually did the show on your thief when you're screwed. But anyway, yeah, isn't it? Okay, so sketch the graph. So very straightforward. So it is to f of x quadrat x minus 2 squared midi for x plus 1. Okay, I guess the beginning in the sketch. So p of x, or p of x means 1. Okay, So kid rod, scream out the roots, x equals 2, x equals 0, x equals minus 1. So send out roots. Jane came. Odd or even? Jane came. 4. So these two arms up or two arms down. Right? So positive or negative? Positive, so two arms up. Right. So two arms up. So positive 3 or 4, so that means two arms up. So the parent sketch position on this out. So x equals 0 minus 1 equals 2. So for star minus 1, for star 0, x for star drop. Just in those roots. Okay? Now, these with two arms up. So these the arm up, like his arm up, we're going to over the check. So it's just a matter of filling it in that. Now, x equals minus 1. Singular root. We only can the y, x to the power 1. So therefore, write that straight 3. Okay, we'll say okay again then. X0, it is power of 1, so these writes are straight 3. So we just straight 3 to these. So straight up 2. Okay, it's the can join x squared, so that means it's a twin root. The turn like in the graph. We'll say okay again then. We'll say pull a hand that's on this. Yeah, can you go to Michelle? Could you go to could you go no? And what you will come you be after in this agenda to go study. More study. Okay, it's fine. Now, how comes the question a lower people shot, right? Having the graph these from a shot. Like it's just kind of a sketch the graph. Right? So just in the graph, right? Like if we're in the points. So we're in the minus 3, in, I guess, determine quick. Okay? So, we're going to graph push and right? I guess there's f of x is equal to, so it is to
Fógur Georgically LCA dó go homlin in eshkol could you show Marie Meister Roshing. So LCA dó ahan in University e show Marie Meister Roshing.
right? I was saying that solve for I guess we're not point to one deeper for it. Question question is f of x equals, so solve for a, b, c, d, e and f. Maybe add this to kinder generation. How do we solve for a, b, c, d, e and f? What do you think, Mia? How do we solve for a, b, c, d, e and f? Right, so these scheme out out. Scheme out that roots. So it's just to do exact reverse the shot. Do the reverse. So scheme out that roots. So the kid root x equals minus 3, so it's x plus 3. So x plus 3 was I got g to 3, and you add it's a double root, so therefore it's squared. So the kid root down the root, so I got g to 3, x minus 1, so x equals 1. I guess I can now left x minus 5. I guess it raised, it's double root, so it's squared. Okay, now it is how to k over a star river, because we don't know the values, hence the 25 will have. Okay, now it is the f of x in that. G enemy that's all eight. Hello. Right, G enemy that's all eight. Maybe league mark. Now never got to league this in the league mark. But anyway, what the end to make this in the league mark? I guess you have to equation cost a shot. Right? What a k equals. And then just sub all the shot. Coordinate the y x equals 0. So the 0 is league chain, so k has to equal, so the shot will be 25 or so on, and then to that the a, b, c, d, e goes f and league. Does that make sense, Dan? It's okay. Okay? So these pocket fits in it. Okay? Right. You got it. Right. Right, remember these what you're telling us, inequalities. So we definitely got a picture cost a shot. Right, Athbhreithniú go down with 2x plus 1 is gone x minus 3 ní slú na quick. Okay, So find the range of values. Find the range of values of x to the end which end. Well, how many can you be? How do we calculate that? Sheila, idea big can the end which 2x plus 1 thousand. No. My head. Right, so the how many can you square. Try the third. The mistake is more than could word the is where the choices could be t shot and then they work out one value for x, which is incorrect. You know the cash for shot, you have to multiply both sides by the square of the bottom. So hence, you to do x plus hin is going x minus 3 square x minus 3 made it by x minus 3 squared. It's doing that quick by x minus 3 squared. Now, right, shen and modulus is squared shen and shen. So to make particular shen made it of shen. Okay, so then made it to shen and mod. So this is 2x by x is 2x squared. Do x plus minus 3 is minus 6x. Hin for x is x. I guess hin for logit c is logit c. He's doing that quick made it by x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, now made this and leave them off. You to 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 is doing that quick x squared minus 30x plus 45. So aha rog GQ1. So erased, you're with 0 is doing that 5x squared minus 2x squared is 3x squared. Minus 30 plus 5 is minus 25x plus 48. Okay, now erased, with particular quadratic equation. Now erase we rearrange. So you have 3x squared minus 25x plus 48 is small than 0. And then we factorize. Now again, usually in the screw do, you will be able to factorize. Now remember your system of hygiene, so it'll probably not work out. But usually that I have to factorize. Right? So I'm just going to pretend that we can factorize. Right? So just do my 3 by x by x. 48 do multiplication of 48. She art cut art, so just do my she equals art, 3 she art j plus art is 24, stays 25, right? Okay, right, so usually it works out. So you should write more like that. Right? So these two image minus equals minus, right? So you to x is equal to 8 over 3, or x is equal to 6. Now, that is not a solution. Right, so show you the test, because test you got a test for short screen. This is not a solution. We have to test. So how to test the end. Okay? Now, raised to the root of it. This is a quadratic equation. Okay? So raised it has a curve. That value 8 over 3. So raised to the x-axis actually wasn't short. So value 8 over 3. X value shape. So there's your 2 points. Now, how would then you mark our x values on either side or in the middle? That's what we need to work out. Okay, let's in the yellow we take a test x equals 0. So x equals 0, so what is that the column which you are, and therefore to make back the last 0 minus 0 plus 48 is smaller than 0. I guess that shouldn't be. So because the 0 that's true, that means 0 is part of our solution. The machine false. For example, the minus 48 to go greater than 0, that would be false, then 0 would not be part of our solution. Because the 0 are part of the solution, therefore, has been going to region into the region shen, x is going to x values into region shen. So hence your solution is x is less than 8 over 3, and x is greater than 6. I guess shen the solution to your equation. Okay, how to call a question shen or discrete. You can't push out the end. Okay? Question the type will have right? Question the will have the issue of the screw to is indices, it is any logs, it is indices. So for example, if you has a cash cost law let me see. Germich 2 to the power of 3x minus 2 plus 5 to the power 2 to the power of x minus 7 equals 0. I guess there's your solve for x. Can you be adding to kinder in which can you then you be kinder lesson in? Sheila, can you good? solve for x. What's the idea? How do we solve this equation? Amber, an idea. Right? Right. Speed testing sugar how to use the exam. Right? Now, the least, here goes the element we have to rewrite. Okay? Now, the least, first we should plus stuff, first we minus, but minus 2 is awkward, so we'll just go out and use plus, make it easy. Right? Now, the least, 3x plus 2, kinetiken is 3. Right? So, the least, what the end to just, you're to late off, you see, y equal to 2 to the power of x. How to go to the Carby version hence it's a catch. Let y equal to the power of x and hence solve the equation. Carby ni just change to solve the equation. So Carby change the action ni Carby change the action no. Right? Now the least thing that you can shut now really how much scheme as you can jack it is. You go with 2x plus 1 just to make it sneaking out into the bottom, right? Now so these kind of choice screen in terms of y. So these fact that these are initiation power 2 to the power of x maybe for squared, so it's in the 2x, maybe for 2 to the power of 2. And okay, that's right. Okay? Plus 2 to the power of x, minus 7, positive 0. Now these 2x and this is y. So it's y squared, maybe for 2 squared in k, so you do 4y squared plus y minus 7 equals 0. And then we factorize. Now obviously you don't miss your short so it doesn't work out, but usually you can factorize. Okay, so you can factorize you to y equals y. Now usually if the y equals geometry y minus 4 equals y minus geometry 1 geometry 9, not right numbers, right? So when that's up in the model of file to geometry 32. Number just in process, but it makes it 88, right? So these y equals 4, y equals 32. So these we were solving for x, not y. So go back to the shot, y equals 2 to the power of x. Now just in case there's a guy for showing us new opens in the mod, just in the short stress just like DRT. You can show that's what usually be able to factorize properly. Alright? Now the least that's a y equals 4, test goodness for k quadrant 2 to the power of x, so 2 squared equals 2 to the power of x, so x equals 2. Take Canella, 32 equals 2 to the power of x, so least 32 and 2 to the power of 5 equals 2 to the power of x, x equals 5. I guess there's your two solutions. Okay, I'll show the solutions for each and and that, release, reverse it, back, over. Okay, it's okay. Almost strategy. What do you think if I say, go to quick and oh my god, I have a shitload of studies, speak blank. Year more study journalism. Alright, it's on your honest maths in it, you have to end the work. Alright, so revise. Right. Now, these what the algebra needs big but your test are functions. So when you do functions, Jane tends to watch the difference between all three functions. Sheila, give me three functions. Give me the three types of functions. N chalga, square chalga, I guess J chalga. Okay? So N chalga is 1 to 1. J chalga, 1 to many, or many to 1. I guess N J chalga is rather than N chalga, I guess square chalga. Which is okay. So you need to know the difference. Okay? So you can also get composite functions. Then you add them in this unit, add them in the composite function. Default add them in the default composite function. It's not the discover function y in second term. So composite functions, for example, right? You have the f of x quadrant 3x squared plus 5. I guess you have the g of x quadrant 2 minus x, for example. So a composite function would be f o g of x. So the suffixation is shahan f of x. That's a composite function. The rest, in case you go, it's the inverse function. In the image inverse function, so it's f to the minus 1 of x. So these you rearrange per quadrant of y and you write x in terms of y and then swap that. So it's like that's a possibility. This we're going to go over a graph on top, x minus 2, modulus graph. So in shape of the modulus graph, Ashley? In shape of the modulus. B, V-shaped graph. V. Modulus is always V. Okay, make it a modulus, it's a V-shaped graph. And it will never be, well, you hardly be below the x-axis. So usually a V-shaped graph have only possible percent. V-shaped graph. There's a line digit and then usually you work out the range of values. So at least the current possible V-shaped graph. Okay. Right. Yes, and Janta, and you would be other Janta. Right, Shin Kirsten said that you should be able to do that on what the cleaning material is on that area involved. Now, these questions are involved. How could the question shot? Right, the rainwater collection tank of height H meters. Oh, goodness, right, anyway, name of which our test. Right, of H meters. So the angle between the slant height and the perpendicular axis is alpha, where alpha is equal to tan to the minus 1 of 2 over 6. So Kessler has showed that the radius of the cone can be expressed as R equals H over 3 meters. So you'll be adding this in unity. Get me go research. So obviously we got to tan. Right? G, go back to G shot. Use this. Right, so can they jiggle some research? Can they jiggle some research? So can you count alpha equals tan to the minus 1 of 2 over 6 a bit? 2 over 6. Right? Now, mark it as a shot. Right? Now, test obviously well tan of alpha, cosma venus in the 3. Because 2 over 6 is 1/3, and tan alpha equals 1 over 3. Now, go back to the trigonometry. Out the right angle triangle. Right? So it's a right angle triangle of it. Show the alpha, show H, and show R. Now, G test will do the tan. Show the hypotenuse, show the opposite, and show the adjacent. So test of this equal tan the alpha, quadrangle, O over A. O held there off algebra, so R over H. Which the quadrangle, test can go tan alpha quadrangle, P is given 3. So R over H equals 1 over 3. If we get H, I'm going to go R quadrangle, so to the H rest, so R is equal to H over 3. I guess you need that. But at least, yeah, just test all was with the same cos and tan. So I think test quadrats are a bit awkward, but at least you break it down into stages. Out so obviously what I didn't do, we need to use this. So you can see nice. So at least in reverse to tan back fastness, so tan alpha equals 2 over 6, which is 1/3. So can we add the shinish? Which is a right angle triangle test, we go tan alpha cut my R skin H, which is equal to 1 over 3, so R has to equal H over 3. Which is an okay again, and so on. Okay? Right. Have to do it from the Moira, well, what you get into this cost lecture, you just stop. I'll show you in Moira later on when you reverse it. So you need your mark, show you just all Moira, and then best of luck to the okay. Can you test all to him? Can you practice it? But the question be in the world sig then you be. Now, in North, in North, when you was stressed the correctly linked in the chapters from 1 to 18. Remember the correctly linked the so much to go back, share the lower low, keep test back.